We just got a brand new update in Fall Guys yesterday at the time of recording this video, and apparently they added a bunch of new stuff to the crown ranks. So if you see, before it was the Arcane Drake as the final skin of the crown ranks, and that was like a few months ago. And honestly, a lot of people were complaining about this because it literally looked like a skin from the Fame Pass at the time, and it does not look like a crown rank skin at all. Like there's not even gold. Like you see, it follows a pattern before where all the skins are gold. I mean, the Remarkable Medal was also a new one, but like Marvelous, Golden Dragon, Golden Knight, all the ones before were all golden skins. And then we just got like the Arcane Drake out of nowhere. What is this random skin? But anyways, in this new update, we got more skins added after the Arcane Drake. And here's the first one, the Gold and Purple Stack. I'm not gonna lie, this is even worse than the Arcane Drake. I don't know why they decided to put this after the Arcane Drake. This is a very goofy looking skin. I mean, it is a golden skin, so I'll give them credit for that, but like, bro, what even is this? Fair enough, I guess. And then after that, we got the Golden Bean Snatcher. Now, keep in mind, I actually have all these skins automatically unlocked because I've had 10,000 crowns for a while now. But yeah, this is the Golden Bean Snatcher. This one isn't very good either, honestly. This is just some random, like, they put the most random skins in the game and added gold on them. Like, these are the least skins I would ever expect to become like golden variants. Like, if anything, they should have done Golden Wizard or something like that. One of the classic skins, make a golden variant of those. Cause like, bro, what are these? This is so goofy. But anyways, the new final skin of the crown rank, which is tier 85. And guess how many crowns you need for this? You need 10,000. The final crown rank skin now is worth 10,000 crowns to unlock, which is crazy. But lucky for me, I've had 10,000 crowns for a while now. I'm almost at 11,000. So here it is, the Crown of Renown. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the lower of the gold bean snatcher. But yeah, there it is, the Crown of Renown. So this is a variant of the happy birthday crown that they usually give out during the anniversaries. And yeah, gold and purple colors for the crown. It looks kind of cool. Is it deserving of being worth 10,000 crowns? I don't think so. Like, it's good, but not that good. Imagine spending, how many hours do you think it would take to reach 10,000 crowns? Because I've done it, but I've been playing this game for a long time. Imagine like a new player and they gotta get 10,000 crowns to unlock this, and then they just get like a little hat that they wear. Like, this is essentially just a hat. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. I'm sure you can make some cool combos with it, but I don't know if this is worth 10,000 crowns, bro. That's a little much. But let me see what's like the best combo, like skin combo I can make with this. Let's try to get dripped out. Dude, I don't even know if anything actually is gonna match with this crown, like the color scheme, because there is a regal purple color, like this color right now, and it's sort of like a purple and gold. But you can see that the purple on this isn't really the same purple that's on the crown. It's like more of a reddish purple. I don't know if there's a color scheme like in the game that matches with the crown. Yeah, I'm gonna put on the swirly sleeves pattern. I'm just gonna test out some of these colors. I don't know if there's any colors that are gonna match, to be honest. What I can probably do is just put on a solid purple color, the one that matches the purple on the crown the most, with no pattern, and I can just put on the Golden Knight lower. Oh yeah, that might look good. I need to pick a good purple though. I don't know what purple's gonna match with that crown. Maybe if I do a pattern with this. Ooh, wait, that's kind of cool. Wait, that's actually kind of drippy. Hold on, wait. I need to find the right faceplate now too. Nah, see the glitch faceplate, that's more of like pink. The eyes are too pink on this one. I need like a deep purple. I feel like the purple on the crown is a very deep purple. I mean, this kind of matches, but then it has yellow eyes. I think this might be the best I'm gonna get, the Umbra faceplate. It's just plain black, but I think it's gonna match the best out of all the faceplates, to be honest, because there's not really a lot of items in the game with that shade of purple. Like, there's not a lot of colors or faceplates in the game, or at least not in my locker, that match with the purple on that crown. But I think this is a pretty cool combo so far. I'll try to come up with something better after this video, but I mean, this is pretty solid. I think this is pretty fire so far. And it's definitely a flex. Like, this might not be the coolest looking skin ever, but if you're going around playing a game of Fall Guys and you're wearing that 10,000 crown hat on your head, people are gonna know that you're a threat. Bro, I know for a fact that if I see anyone else in my game wearing the Crown of Renown, I'm gonna be pretty threatened. Like, I'm gonna think they're a really good player, because even though I have 10,000 crowns, I I also know how long it takes to get that. And like they gotta be like a really good player, or at least a dedicated player to have that. So, okay, I switched up the skin a little bit. I changed to the crown tally pattern and I put on the inverted faceplate. I think this looks a lot better, but yeah, let's just play some games with this skin. Let's play a few games that are ranked knockout. I wonder how people in my game are gonna react to me with the skin. I feel like I'm probably gonna get targeted. Like a lot of people are gonna try to grief me. All right, we got Dizzy Heights. Here we go. Also, by the way, I wanted to mention something pretty important. So a lot of people in the community have actually been speculating that Fall Guys might get shut down soon, or like in a year it might get shut down. I highly doubt that's the case. The reason why they think that is because in the new update that Fall Guys dropped, basically it seems like Epic Games pre-made a bunch of updates that are gonna release throughout this next year. So the game is essentially on like sort of an autopilot right now, because all the next updates that we're gonna get for the next like 6 months to a year, they're already pre-made. They're literally in the game files right now, and all Epic Games has to do to drop new updates is just like make them public. They're already made, and this is why people are saying that Fall Guys might get shut down, because it seems people are saying that they're not like putting any effort. I think what's really going on is they're just trying to keep the game going, so they're just doing a new format for updates. We've seen this for a while. Like, remember, back in the day we used to have seasons. Now we don't have seasons anymore. We have like smaller updates, and now the next updates that we're gonna get are already pre-made by the devs. What I'm basically seeing happening is Epic Games is just figuring out ways to optimize like how to make updates for the least time and effort and resources possible. Because Epic Games has been in a trajectory of just like focusing on Fortnite. And in result of this, Fall Guys and Rocket League are basically put on the back pedal, and Epic Games like does very little for those two games. And it's just been going on like this for years now. It's just kind of like Fall Guys in terms of its updates have been just deteriorating over time, and Epic Games have been doing like less and less. But that doesn't mean the game is gonna get shut down. People who are saying that, I think that's very far-fetched. I think what this actually means is Epic Games is just gonna start pre-making their updates yearly from now on. So this next year's updates are already pre-made, and I'm assuming after that they'll release a new like version of the game, you know, a new update where they put the next year's worth of updates in the files. So I think what's going on is this is just a new system that Epic Games is doing, where they're pre-making each year's worth of updates in advance. Now the downside to this is it seems like the updates that we're gonna have going forward aren't gonna have any new levels, which is really annoying. I mean, to be fair, the levels that we have been getting, like in all the updates recently for the past like year, have all just been creative levels. I mean, it's been like that for a long time. So not having new levels, I mean, it sucks, but like, it's not the end of the world, because the new levels that we have been getting are just creative stuff anyways. It's not like we were ever gonna get new Unity maps. What I hope they do because of that, I hope they start adding player-made maps into the round pools of the public shows. They used to do that, but then I forget when, but at a certain point they stopped putting the player-made maps in the round pools, and they just went back to Fall Guys team rounds. I think if they're not gonna make any new levels, they should definitely start adding player-made levels to the round pools and just refreshing it every now and then, because that's gonna be the way that we can maintain having like new variety and new levels to play without Mediatonic actually having to make new levels. So I think they should definitely do that. But yeah, is the game gonna get shut down? I definitely do not think so, like at all. I think that's so far-fetched. It wouldn't really make any sense for them to do that if you think about it. Also, if they did that, honestly, that would be really disingenuous, because the update that they just dropped like a couple days ago is the one that increased the crown ranks. The one that gave me this skin that I'm wearing in this video. And they increased the crown ranks in that update to 10,000 crowns. So now, if you want to complete the crown ranks, you need to get 10,000 crowns, which means, because that requires like thousands of hours of playtime, that means that Epic Games is still actively encouraging its players to spend thousands of hours on the game. So if they were to just planning on shutting down in a year, why would they increase the crown ranks? That would be like very disingenuous to encourage players to play for like an insane amount of time and then just shut it down a year later. It makes no sense for them to do that. I think worst case scenario, what will happen is Fall Guys might get ported to Fortnite. I could see that happening, and I saw other people speculating about that as well. Fortnite has been trying to become like a metaverse type game, where it's a game that hosts a bunch of little games. And I think there's a good chance that Epic Games is trying to just fully port Fall Guys into Fortnite. So in order to play Fall Guys, you just boot up Fortnite, and that's how you play the game. Now, if that happened, it would be a little annoying because then Fall Guys isn't as much of a standalone game anymore. But I mean, obviously it'd be better than the game getting shut down. And I think that's like I said, that's worst case scenario is it gets ported to Fortnite. I do not see a future at all where the game gets shut down completely, or at least not anytime soon. It would just make no sense for them to do that. Even from a monetary perspective, it would make no sense for Epic Games to just completely shut down the game. They're definitely gonna wanna keep the IP of Fall Guys in some way so they can continue to profit off of it. Otherwise, it's just a waste if they decide to shut it down completely. So yeah, I think it might get ported over to Fortnite, or the game just might be more in a maintenance like autopilot mode going forward. So that way Epic Games doesn't have to spend as much time on updates or whatever. Like I said, it seems like they're trying to pre-make each year's worth of updates in advance going forward. We got Lost Temple for the final. Bro, I've been yapping like crazy, but I've been trying to just basically give my thoughts on that whole situation because a lot of people are worried that Fall Guys might get shut down. And obviously I don't work at Epic, so like I can't like confirm anything. I can't tell you like, oh yeah, it won't like at all. But just from my own critical thinking, I highly doubt that would happen. Like genuinely highly doubt that would happen. I think the game might get ported over to Fortnite, or they might just, you know, they're not trying to spend that much resources because obviously like most of Epic Games is all just working on Fortnite. Epic Games priority is always going to be Fortnite, and Fall Guys and Rocket League are always going to be like on the back pedal in terms of their priorities. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff in the comments down below. What do you think about the new crown rank tiers? Again, as I said, I think this one is like really goofy, and same with this one, like these are not good, but the crown of Renown is pretty cool. I think this is pretty cool. I don't think that you should have to get 10,000 crowns to unlock it. I think that's super excessive, but it's definitely a flex, and it looks pretty cool if you get a good combo with it. But yeah, until next time, see you later.